right, guys, having so much fun. It's Throwback Thursday, so you're hearing some jams of yesteryear by DJ Brandon, who is here just turning up the heat in the studio. And now, guys, it's time for DIY on now, because it's Thursday and it's time for just that. And we're starting a new project, a brand new project. This one will take a few episodes as well, because the projects I've been doing have been a little bit more complex. So we do hope that you could tune in every week to make sure that you catch every part, and of course, that you are trying it at home as well. Now, you see a tire on set here. This is correct. We are going to make a furniture piece out of a tire. So we have here an old tire, so don't go and spend your money and get a new tire. You don't need to do all that. We are upcycling this tire this time. You're going to need some scissors today for part one. You're going to need a knife, most likely. You're going to need a staple gun as well, and you're going to need some measuring tape. So what you're going to do here essentially is cover the tire with a sponge, and we have sponge on the outside here as well. This is 1 inch thick sponge. You can get at any local upholstery store, so you can go there and get it. It's not too expensive at all, so you could actually, for a low price, upcycle a tire and make a furniture piece that would last you for a very, very long time. All right, so the first thing you need to do is grab your measuring tape, because what you need to do is measure, well, the circumference of the tire plus a little bit, and you also need to measure the height of the tire as well, because this is going to become, it could become seating and become a table. As we go through the episodes, I'll decide which one I want to make first, because you could actually make a set out of this with a larger tire being a centerpiece for the table piece, and then you can use the smaller tires like this to make seating. You could actually put legs, give it some height if you want, or you could keep it low profile, because that is also a very trending style as well. So the first thing you need to do, again, is measure. So what you want to do is measure the circumference of your tire. Well, here's Rockus to help me out.
Yeah, this is do it we self.
Yeah,
today.
do it we self. So as I said, you need to measure a little bit extra and need to pull this tight to make sure that you have the general measurement, right?
I don't write on the measurement. Let me write on the measurements. I ain't want you making mistakes, you know.
So here I'm taking a little bit extra, so we're going 80 all the way around.
80.5 or 80?
We'll go 80.
80?
We'll go 80 all the way
so
around.
The circumference is 80?
Yeah.
Right.
And then you need the height with some extra, because you actually need to fold this over to be able to staple it down with your staple gun. So the height we have here is just about 8.5 inches, and then we are going to add another 3 inches by 2. Why 3 inches by 2? I'm coming from the inner rim here to the outside. It's actually going to about 3.5, and you have this on both ends, so you need enough to fold over on both sides. So it'll be 8.5 plus 7, that'll be 15.5. So when it comes to your sponge now, and I need to cut off this twine, what we need to do is actually measure your length, which would be 80.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Out here.
All right, so you're going to measure. Having a pen as well would be very helpful.
There you go. Got you.
Yeah, see? That's why teamwork makes the dream work.
Definitely.
And he has
all right, that's the tape as well. So
we're going to measure the width first, which would be 15.5 in total in this direction.
Wow. You're coming closer to the end?
Yeah, come straight to the end.
Now you can tell I don't do this nothing myself, right?
Right, and here we have 15 and a half. For safety, I'm going to make it at 16, because you can always cut, but you can't add. We're going to make a few marks.
That's wisdom.
And we're going to do the same thing down in this direction.
So that way you get a straight line, yeah?
Yeah. Take your hand a little bit this way. Right, there we go. And then we're going to measure the length, because we know how far it has to go. So we're going to measure in this direction now from the end. Oops. And we're going to line them up along this way, and we wanted 80 inches. So we need to actually fold this out a little bit further.
Can I get it? You don't have enough now.
I don't have enough. Hold on. This is actually folded quite a bit. All right, so here we go again.
80 is that?
Yeah. Well, 80 is extra. How far do we have? 74. 74? I think that might actually work, because we do have to pull it very taut. So we will go along this line.
Oh, now that you put it up at 75.
You do have to pull some tension, so you can afford to, if it's a little bit shorter, you're gonna make up the length in here. All right.
Yeah. So, Tyre, do you do this kind of stuff often? Like you just make things at home?
Yeah, well, actually have a small business that I do furniture as well.
For real?
Yeah.
Nice.
So what I do is people may message or call and order, and depending on what the piece is, I'll tell them whether or not I'm able to handle it, because I work within the realm of rustic type things that you see on,
and stuff like that.
Yeah, upcycling things you see on
Nice.
Pinterest as well. So what I'm making here is a furniture piece. This would be, I think I'll make it into seating.
Right.
So you just follow that line. It's a little faint because of the pen not cooperating completely, but
I think we should have used a marker.
yeah, next time around. All right, but I have good eyesight, thankfully.
Well, I have glasses, so that makes up for my bad eyesight.
So I see the impression left by the pen at least. And we are very, very close to news, so I'm going to continue this here. See how much we can get done before the news.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen once we get this sponge cut, what we're going to do is, well, we're going to tack one side down with the staple gun. And then we're going to pull and wrap, and with each pull, we're going to tack the area with a new staple so that it stays in place. We'll do all on the top first, and then we flip it and do it on the other side. And then on the sides, we go vertically down the width of the tie itself. And what we're going to do there is just tack it and align it and make sure it's nice and smooth. So then when we get to the next step, which would be using the batting, we could do the same thing.
Using the what?
Batting. It's
batting?
It's a fabric as well that you put between the sponge and the upholstery fabric, which will be on the outside.
And what does that do?
Helps to give it another layer of padding.
Okay.
And it helps to make it more complete, more smooth.
Okay.
It's
So there's no
smoother.
like cleaning or nothing added to the tire. You just take the tire off your car and
Oh,
take
no,
off the
no,
rim
you-
and you're good to go?
No, you should give the tire a little scrub. I mean, it is preferred that you do that.
Okay.
But again, if you don't, but although I said like best practice is to clean it. If you don't clean it though,
You're gonna cover it with sponge anyway.
yeah, you're gonna cover it with
be
sponge and batting, and then you're
Yeah.
gonna cover it with your
So you
outer
could
upholstery.
even use like tires that might be a bit frayed.
Yeah,
You know,
that's right.
sometimes that's when people
Yeah, it
change
doesn't
the tires.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because these are gonna be covered completely, so it's no problem if you use some really battered tires, because that's the nature of upcycling.
Exactly.
You can do something that is
May not seem like it have use again and find use for
and
it.
find use for it. So we're gonna have to wrap it up for now because we have to go to the news at 7. What we're gonna do in the meantime, we're gonna place this sideways, all right, because it's easier to work that way. We're gonna get one end going, and we're gonna tack these down. But for now though, we're gonna go to the top of the hour for the news at 7. We'll be back after this. Part 2 is next week.
We come out to party, to have a good time, but now that I'm ready, it's a different sign.